Good morning, all of you. Today we'll be learning about depositories. Now, see, when we say depository, we have already learned about dematerialization in our last lecture, and we learned that dematerialization is a process of holding or transferring securities in electronic form. And for holding the securities electronically, there is need for an organization which can hold those securities. As in the case of bank, we have already learned that banks, they hold cash. And if a bank customer is having a bank account, then not only he can deposit cash in the bank, he can withdraw, he can transfer. All these facilities is provided by the bank. So bank provides the facilities related with cash. It may be related with deposit, it may be related with withdrawal, it may be related with transfer from one account to another. On the other hand, similarly, we have securities which are dealt in stock market, and for dealing the securities, or in the other way we can say for trading securities in the stock market, there is need for you may say holding the securities properly in some form. So earlier we had learned that there was physical form of holding of securities, and that was in the form of share certificates. If an investor was having securities in his hand, he was provided a documentary proof in the form of share certificates, which gave details related with the number of shares which the person was holding. But we have also learned that whenever the certificates are provided, there is always the risk associated with, you may say, forging the certificate, or risk associated with loss of the certificate, or it was also related with so much paperwork which had to be done. The document or the certificate could also get spoiled after a certain period of time. So nowadays this system has totally changed, and we are having the system of electronically holding the securities in demat form. And that demat form is the, you may say, electronic form of holding securities, not only holding but also transferring securities online. So there can be purchase and sale of securities online by an investor. An investor can do so if he or she is having the demat. For that account has to be opened, and if the account is opened, then there is an intermediary who is the depository participants between the depository and the investor, who carries out all the responsibilities related with maintaining of the demat account and completing the procedures related with buying and selling of securities on behalf of the investor. That is why we see that depositories as well as depository participants, they are considered as the major role players in the opening of demat account or for dematerialization of securities. So what is depository? We can take the definition. Depository is an institution or an organization which acts as a custodian of securities in electronic form on behalf of the investors. So like bank is an institution for which acts as custodian of cash transactions, similarly we see that depository is the organization or the institution which acts as the custodian of securities in electronic form. And when we say electronic form, that means it is automatically done, and once it is automatically done, the earlier risk, and you may say the insecurity related with online transactions to a great extent, that has been removed with the help of electronic system of holding of securities. Now those who are having securities in non-electronic form, that means in the form of you may say share certificates, we have already learned that it can be converted into electronic form by opening the demat account with the depository participant, and for that the procedure we have already learned earlier in our previous classes, how the demat account is opened and how the account is maintained and who helps in doing the completing the procedure. So depository is an institution. We have already learned the procedure begins with opening of the demat account. An investor has to first of all open the demat account with the depository participant. Depository participant, I told you, acts as an intermediary between the depository and the investor. And depository participants, they are registered with the depository. As a result, once the investor opens the account with the depository participant, as they are registered members, so no risk is there in dealing with them, and any kind of dispute which may take place, that is avoided. So shares, they can be deposited, they can be withdrawn, they can be sold, and they can be transferred electronically if there is a demat account which is opened by the investor with depository participant. This is electronic storage system. Always there in the depository, we see that the institution has the electronic storage system. That is why the securities, they can be debited, they can be credited to the account of the investor electronically. Does not involve any paperwork relating to share certificate, transfer, forms, etc. Earlier all these formalities had to be done. Now there is no need for doing these things because there is electronic transactions which takes place and everything is done electronically. It promotes greater speed, efficiency in carrying out the trading transactions because there is no delay. Earlier there was delay due to paperwork and all the formalities which had to be completed before going for online trading. Nowadays we see that once the demat account is opened, it becomes easy because the securities, they can be easily transferred, they can be easily deposited, they can be withdrawn, they can be sold, and as per the instructions which is passed electronically, we see that the settlement of the account is done with the help of depository participant. So in India, we are having 2 depositories at present. So sometimes the question is asked related with types of depositories. So there are 2 depositories in India. The first is NSDL, that is called National Securities Depositories Limited, and the second is CDSL, that is Central Depository Services Limited. Now NSDL, that is the first and the largest depository in India. Sometimes one more question may be asked, name the first and the largest depository. It is NSDL. And this depository was promoted as a joint venture of IDBI, UTI, that is Unit Trust of India, and National Stock Exchange. And second depository is CDSL, Central Depository Services Limited. This was the second depository which was promoted in India by Bombay Stock Exchange and Bank of India. And all these depositories, they are operated through depository participants electronically. At the office of the broker, we see that the broker's computer is fed with all the information, and the depository participant, who may be a stockbroker, may complete the formalities related with the trading of securities. So it becomes an easy process nowadays. Now, we should not be confused about depository and depository participant. There are three terms which has to be very clearly understood. One is dematerialization. Dematerialization is the process of holding and transferring securities in electronic form, which we have already learned. We have also learned just now about depository. Depository is an institution which holds securities in demat form, that means in electronic form. And when we say depository participants are the intermediaries between the investor and the depository, who is authorized to maintain account of dematerialization of securities. Because these depository participants, they are registered with the depositories, and that is why they have been given this authority to help their investors, because they act as intermediary between depository and the investor. So through the depository participant, we see that the demat account is handled. So always the investor has to open the demat account with depository participant, who is authorized to maintain the account of dematerialization of security. So online dealing of the securities through demat account by the depository participant is done, and this becomes a very easy and efficient process, and things are also transparent. Now the question arises, who can become a depository participant? It can be any bank, it can be a financial institution, it can be non-banking finance corporations, it can be clearing corporations, or it can be stock brokers. So they can act as depository participants, and always we see that depository participants, they are registered members of the stock exchanges also. We can take an example. If an investor opens a demat account with ICICI Bank, that means ICICI Bank is the depository participant of that investor, because ICICI Bank is registered with NSDL, National Securities Depositories Limited. So any of the depository participant, it may be bank, financial institution, non-banking corporation, clearing houses, stock brokers, anyone, they have to be registered with either of these two depositories, which are institutions of holding and holding the securities electronically. So unless and until they are registered, they cannot be authorized. ICICI Bank is registered with NSDL. So if an investor is opening demat account with ICICI, that means ICICI will become the depository participant of that investor, and it will be authorized to maintain that demat account of that investor. So in this way, we see that these institutions, they function and carry out the operations of the stock market for dealing with securities online, and it is really very helpful. So with this, we have completed dematerialization, we have completed depositories, we have completed depository participants, we have completed the trading procedure on a stock exchange, and finally you will be learning about SEBI, Security and Exchange Board of India, in our next lecture. For the time being, we stop here. Thank you.